Yeah, smoke screen indeed. Yeah. However, live streams don't always start. Should be a little 12 seconds into it, but we shall see. So, folks, hi, It's Always Sunny in Portland. They should do a crossover between those two shows. You know, It's Always Sunny in Philly and Portlandia. They should do a crossover, like have their characters. You know what? Have the cast of characters of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia go to Portland and encounter the various characters of the show Portlandia. So, like the feminist bookstore chicks, for example. Yeah.
What I love is that during Gay Pride, whoever is in charge of the lineup seems to think that Portlandia is a SJW positive few comedians taking the piss, every kind of category of douchebag leftist possible, because they are just a comical character.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Like, think of with a straight white male who's kind of effeminate. Like, they literally did that as an episode for Gay Pride because they thought the idea was like pro SJW, and it's like, it's making. That's the only reason I watch it. If it was pro SJW, I'd probably just fucking want to vomit. But it's not. It's meant to make you go, I like those idiots.
Yeah.
I love it when stupid people can't figure out what comedy is and how it works.
Well, I mean, you can always argue, well, maybe they're poking fun at, or, you know, having fun with, or whatever, as opposed to, say, mockery where the intent is to actually hurt the feelings of the target.
Well, I don't know. They had a couple who are the typical middle-class, yuppie, douchebag wannabe outdoorist that literally made a raft out of fleece that they had gotten at a discount outlet mall.
Nice.
You know, like, that's the stereotype that I myself have actually seen. I don't think that was so much just being like hardy har. It was more like, look at these idiots.
Tabby, check this out. We have with us Hot Retarded Jinx.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Hey, you're hot. It doesn't matter. Woohoo.
Yeah. You two individuals, you have two of, I gotta say, maybe the 5 coolest names I've ever seen.
I know.
Not just on YouTube, but on the internet in general.
I totally love them.
They're both great. All right. Well, anyway, today we want to talk about Cuomo and girls. Or
douchebag.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Have you heard? Okay, we have 5 people watching. So, have you heard the news, folks? Cuomo has resigned.
Convenient on the first day of the symposium. Gee, I wonder if the Democrats resign on this day, we'll start actually investigating you for all of those elderly people that we told you to send to the death chambers. But, you know, wink. Because it's real convenient because it's the first day of the Lindale Symposium, and the cyber hackers are already doing their best to try. Cyber hackers is code for government assholes, most likely CIA or FBI, trying to shut down the ability for people to see it on different kinds of broadcast networks, I think. You know, internet ones.
Yeah.
You know? Like, they just keep shutting it down and making it glitch out, I guess. Like, what the fuck? I know somebody's going to get a full recording somewhere, and then we'll see it anyways. Probably Joshua himself.
Yeah. But right this second, I'm trying to figure out why it is that, at least on our end, it doesn't look like the live stream is showing anything other than that weird Triskelion symbol in the middle there for OBS screen recorder. Do you folks see anything other? Do you see, like, say, the New York Post article, partially at least? Do you see anything at all? Last time, I don't think we had any problem. It just kind of did it automatically.
If you have to turn off the OBS.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, I have OBS. Oh, well, start streaming, maybe? No. All right.
Yeah, cool.
No, they say. Well, it's not essential. I mean, I'm going to put a link to the article. We're mainly just going to go over an article and get our natural reaction to it because I read enough of this article to see that it is pretty sarcastic. The rogue, I would call them, New York Post, being that they always have a snide, snarky sort of take on the news where everybody else is kind of reporting the same thing. No, fuck this. Let me tell you the real truth. Anyway, let's see. What else can I do? I started streaming, start recording, studio mode settings.
Wouldn't it be funny if sunblock didn't work unless we all wore it?
What?
That's the logic they're using for the vaccine.
Oh.
That it doesn't work unless everybody gets it. It's like, that's the same as saying suntan lotion doesn't work unless everybody has it on. You know, like someone's pale skin will refract the light back onto you at twice the magnitude or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Intensity. There's a correct term.
I feel like it's something on the YouTube end of things. I think my OBS is doing what it's supposed to do. It is capturing the screen how I want it to be captured, and huh.
No clue.
Let's see here. Well, I might just give up. Anyway, I'm going to get a link to the article at least. Oh wait, camera. Let's see, stream audio video. Okay, so let's go. Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, that doesn't anything cool to put on the screen anyway. All right. So in the chat, I've put a link to the New York Post article that we're about to read. Everyone, all 9 of you, for being with us, and why it is that this time around I can't get the OBS screen recorder or streamer to actually screen as I wanted to. Anyway, so the chat to the article by New York Post that just came out, because this is breaking news this morning. Cuomo will resign, but first he needs to get through 5 stages of grief. And right away, the title is kind of like, wait, should I know about something? Snide remark. It's a snide remark. But I don't.
Stages, denial, more denial, blaming, pretending it didn't happen, and crying in a closet.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, my first thought is, yeah, we got one, score one for like goodness over the bullshit and all these people and stuff. But then my next thought is, wait a minute, no, he's going to get away with murder.
Yep.
He's literally going to get away with murder.
That's probably why he resigned, because otherwise he'd have gotten in trouble for it.
Yeah, that's what.
They were telling him resign. He was like, no. They're like, resign. No.
He was probably given the choice because the DNC, the Democrat Party itself, wanted him to resign, right? Because he was making them look bad. So he didn't have too many friends, right? It was probably the DNC going to him and saying, look, resign or we're just going to turn our backs on you and let you go to trial for murder.
Yeah. They have friends. They don't. They have acquaintances that are using them until they no longer need them, in which case they take them.
Yeah.
It's the rule. You're lucky to be alive. Usually they just kill them.
Yeah.
But everybody's watching them, so it's a little hard to get away with nowadays.
Yeah. Now, when I say murder, I think technically it wouldn't be murder because it wasn't he didn't go to these nursing homes and just strangle these old folks to death, but he did knowingly cause their death.
He forced it. He said that he would cause inspectors to go in there and make it so that they close down. Like, it's do it or else. And that in that case, if you're else, that is, you might as well put a gun to every one of the elderly who died in those places and pull the motherfucking trigger. Well, he just sort of signed. No, he did more than sign an order. He literally tied their hands behind their backs and stuck their faces in a bucket of water and said, "You're going to do it now."
Yeah.
That's the equivalent of what he did.
Yeah. I mean.
So it's either I'm going to kill you or you're going to kill these people for me. Which is it? Yeah, and the nursing homes are just as guilty because they went with it instead of going bankrupt. Yeah. You should have let them try and shut you down and then scream from the highest hilltops.
Yeah, you would have been a hero.
You should never have let one single person into that facility that was at a risk to the people who are in your care, trusted in your care by their families or the state. These are people who cannot fend for themselves. So you, the nursing home, all of the nursing home staff, everybody who did not, you are also responsible, but you're not nearly that son of a bitch who tied your hands and made you feel like you had no choice. But you still had a choice. We all still have a choice. Somebody always have the choice of fighting.
Now can't sentence anyway, but yeah, I mean, do the right thing.
Yeah, do the right thing. Fight, goddammit. You're a domino effect. For what? Stop laying down.
Hold on a second. Are you folks seeing things backwards? Because on our end, the display has everything backwards for some reason. Weird. That is really weird. See, I had to click on Start Virtual Camera, which is that guy right there. Mm-hmm. That's what I didn't do. I don't know why they have streaming and virtual. Okay, well, I see, because you're you could stream through OBS, but I don't think we are. We're streaming through YouTube. But anyway, let me give so please, folks out there, tell me if you can see things from, are the words going left to right, or is it mirror image? That's strange. All right, well, we're gonna plot on with the article. There's a link to the article. There's a link to the article in the chat, and hopefully it's displaying it properly right now. But we shall. Well, you folks can tell me, and also we can have a look at Martha's Vineyard if we want to keep going with this live stream and go on to the next subject that I have going on here. But New York Post today, August 10th, Cuomo will resign, but first he needs to get through the 5 stages of grief, by Seth Barron for the New York Post, 9:36 a.m., August 7th. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm sorry. This is an older article. Okay, well, this is funny because it's breaking news that he resigned, right? But let's see here. Andrew Cuomo has had quite a year. A few short months ago, he was heralded as the noblest, boldest, and sexiest governor in American history, credited with steering us through the darkest days of the pandemic, which is actually endemic, not pandemic. Last week, our gubernatorial, well, they're going to cut off the live stream for that, right? Last week, our gubernatorial and million-dollar author was seen sitting morosely poolside, meditating on the landscape, wondering where the claim was, in fact, a documented disaster, with at least 15,000 nursing home deaths, of insisting that broken down care for contagious, vulnerable people. After Trump's electoral defeat, the wall of silence rumbling over the nursing homes debacle started to draw attention circles. Days the creep has refused to resign. 4. Look at the face.
Nice.
Just then, a trickle of allegations emerged about Cuomo as an importuning. Sorry, that one's okay. Importuning. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll start again. Just then, a trickle of allegations emerged about Cuomo as an importuning sexual predator. Women who worked for him in situations recounted a pattern of behavior, perhaps not so monstrous as Harvey Weinstein's, but certainly sleazy, and in violation of the governor's own stated beliefs and official policies.
Learn to break fingers, lady.
At this point, everyone agrees that Cuomo must leave office. Everyone, that is, except Cuomo himself, who hopes he can weather this out despite all the signs. The governor seems to be wrestling with the famous 5 stages of grief, first articulated by Elizabeth Kubler-Ross to describe how people grapple with the news that they are dying or dealing with a similar profound shock to the system. First is anger.
Yeah.
Cuomo tried to disparage his accusers by making them look crazy. Grrr.
Trying to make women look crazy to cover your crimes. Now, that's not something that feminists fought against, is it? No. But you don't hear all those nice little feminazis screaming, do you? No. That's because they're not real feminists. They're just cunts that are jealous bitches. In case anybody wasn't sure. All right. Yeah.
Nobody's saying anything in the chat.
All right.
I don't know why. Well, hopefully you can see this, folks. And it's not
got shut there.
First. No, it's first is not anger. They just put that there. But anyway, the first stage of grief is, of course, denial. That one's easy. Andrew Cuomo is a master of insisting that reality is not as it appears to everyone else. Throughout the pandemic, he repeated that he had done nothing wrong, hiding the data, changing definitions, and obscuring the meaning of his own policies. I just want to interject really quick. Of course, everyone is innocent or should be considered to be innocent unless they're proven in a fair court of law. There's a scale of probability.
Yeah.
The point is not so much that, oh, yeah, he's guilty or whatever, because I haven't looked into the details. I just think this is a distraction from the real thing. Earlier in this article, but anyway.
Of course.
Pandemic, done nothing wrong. Yeah. He blamed the nursing home operators for not having enough supplies on hand. Quote, Donald Trump has, unquote, Cuomo said in September. Look at the face. Oh, that's great. Hey, I did something. What are you going to do about it? Hey. After his former aide, Lindsey Boylan, accused Cuomo last December of sexual harassment, only a few weeks after he received his Emmy, the governor began his litany of denials. Quote, it's just not true, unquote, he said. At 11 of his accusers, it seems all 11 of his I messed up there, Tabby.
Did they literally give him an Emmy for being a douchebag?
I don't know what kind of Emmy. It was like a certain kind of Emmy, and I don't know what that means. But anyway, all 11 of his accusers, it seems, are delayed. In response to harassment accusations, to action to avenge their leader's betrayal, Cuomo enlisted the uber feminist, quote, time's up, unquote, crew of disparagement against his accusers, leaking kids and implying they were crazy stalkers. Cuomo personally called legislation, quote unquote. Anger is the governor's baseline state. So this came naturally. Bargaining. You see that face right there? It's funny because you could see dogs making that face when they're caught doing something wrong.
The sheet face.
Oh shit, I'm in trouble face.
Like, whoops.
Yeah. And the caption of that is Cuomo concedes ending.
Oh, so when they said Latin or something and that they meant something else?
Yeah, that strategy, it's a bold strategy there, Tabby, and it seems to have paid President Biden there talking about just a handsy guy.
It's like, we'll take one out of the hashtag #MeToo douchebags that you leftists love so fucking much. Yeah. And we're just going to with a dick.
Well, hashtag Leva.
Had, in fact, a dick and 2 very shriveled little balls. I'm sure his dick is not that nice either. Probably looks like dried out fruit. Yeah, that's probably because his stick don't work so well, so he's got to get like a charge somewhere. Gets it in the tits.
Oh, okay. Apparently we had 2 streams going at the same time.
Oh
says Lancer 737, and I can see the news articles in one of them. Okay.
Weird.
Walter Bishop says, JT, I saw your video on BitChute on Creepy Joe being arrested. Is there something new you can share on this? Or is it just clickbait of an old video? Yeah, it's actually a joke. It's an old video where he claims he was arrested. You know, who knows what the truth is? I mean, they just make up stories if they think it, will help them or whatever.
But he said I was a truck driver. You were?
No.
What next? Internet too? How about this, Joe? Did you invent the automobile?
Yeah.
Carve the first fucking wheel? Exactly how retarded. Joe said, I drove, trucks. No, you didn't. A pickup truck is not the same, Joe. All right? I doubt you even drew that, and if you did, it was probably piss poor, you little bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, limp wrist is not very... They tend to jerk a bit when you hit stone. So.
There is, or maybe there were 2 live streams of pretty much the same thing. I went to go live and 5:45 our time, and it didn't start on our end. It didn't seem that the live stream started, so I clicked go live. So I guess it did start, or 5 and 45 seconds, maybe. Next stage, bargaining. Okay, mistakes were made. The governor now concedes that his totality of innocent gestures open to misinterpretation on the part.
Oh, okay. So I did it, but you're so stupid you misunderstood that I was just trying to be a friend.
It's their fault.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, I misunderstood you cornering me in the corner of the fucking office and talking awfully close to my fucking mouth and ear.
Hey.
Dude, fuck you.
Hey,
fuck Pierce, little bitch. All right? Your brother is Fredo, but what the fuck are you? You're the one they don't name because they just don't talk about you. Okay, you're the asshole that gets chained in an outhouse somewhere and left to starve to death. If this was the old world way. You got me?
Yeah. Hey, Roland Arthur, you're saying you're so drunk that the mosquito that just fed on you and flew away couldn't fly straight?
Nice.
Because you're so drunk.
I got bit by a fucking mosquito last night. The son of a bitch was huge. I mean, it looked like the fucking Hulk Hogan of mosquitoes. I felt the bite instantly. And I'm like, what the fuck is... I thought I'd, like, stab myself with something. And I see this big gray-ass fucking mosquito looking like it's been lifting weights and shit right here on the back of my ankle where I felt, the prick. And so I scooted away, and there's, like, this little... I'm like, what the fuck kind of mosquito is that?
That's funny. Well,
my brain went conspiracy nut for like a fraction.
See, I would have.
But then I was like, nah.
I would have thought mosquito eaters.
No, it wasn't long-limbed of a regular mosquito, but it was like
beefed up. I gotcha. Okay.
It was like the roided out version of mosquitoes with a giant fucking needle or something. Hole.
Yep.
Like I could see it clearly.
I think technically considered a cloud forest, a temperate rainforest, but more specifically cloud forest, if I'm using that term correctly, meaning that cloud forest, if I'm using that term correctly, meaning that it's a place where you are often in the clouds. Like if you were to say, look at it from great enough of a distance, you would see that where we live is literally in the clouds a lot of the time. Although that way we see blue sky, but still it's like we're in a cloud almost very often because it's very hazy here. But anyway, we do have strange there's snakes and stuff that I'm not allowed to catch. We saw today a beaver.
Yeah, we have a beaver across the road from us.
Yeah, man.
Technically, the beaver's on our property.
Technically, it's
technically the road is on our property, but
there's complicated legal things with that. But
yeah,
there was a beaver on our property, and that was pretty darn neat. That was pretty cool.
And just over that way. So I'm really hoping that it decides where the old natural dam was.
Yeah.
Hoping it tries to build there, because that would be awesome to have a little beaver family living across the street.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I'll fuck you up from my beavers. Back off.
So this great thing, back the frontier, like keeping the pushing back the frontier away from the house is like a big deal, man. It costs hundreds of dollars equipment to do it, but
let's put it this way: you can from the house or 100, and no shit, next year it's as if you didn't clear any of that, and you got to go back and do it again.
Yeah. And that's
so
just
every fucking year. There it is again.
Yeah, and if you want it to seem like it's nice manicure, then it's every week. But anyway, let's go on with the article. We were under bargaining, the stage of bargaining. Cuomo's aides put together a slideshow. Oh, hey, oh, slideshow.
Did you give them aids?
Oh, the slideshow will give you.
I mean, come on. He's a little bit.
He's got them barbell nipple rings, like, you know what I mean? Hey.
Maybe maybe, I don't know. So just throwing that bone out there. Anybody? I don't know. You never know.
I want to know about this slideshow. What's a slideshow?
Every time you say that, and my brain just tries to fucking equate that to Cuomo, I keep saying sideshow. Where's this sideshow? It's like his face, honey. His face is the sideshow.
See the amazing dog face man. Andrew
he barks, he catches a frisbee, and he even goes in a toilet.
So the mention of the slideshow took us to this USA Today article. Andrew Cuomo addressed the sexual harassment allegations by showing photos of himself kissing people. Okay, this is the slideshow I heard about a few days ago. Perhaps you folks have as well. It's a bold defense, Tabby, but his defense in that situation, that move, was basically, hey, you say I do these things? Well, here's a slideshow of me doing these things.
Yeah, like I'm not the pervert they say I am. Okay. Now here's a montage of me being the pervert they say I am. Like,
so
did you smoke crack? No. You're doing fucking crack with Hunter, aren't you? Okay, and it's eating your brain. Must be it.
Yeah. By the way, if you have a collection of photos of you kissing women,
that's really dumb.
Like, because you go to events and you kiss them. And you keep photos of that. Like
creepy.
It's kind of like hunting trophies hung on your wall or something.
Or private porn.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Say you're fantasizing about a chick. Would it not be easier to fucking pop if you have a photo where you get to kiss the chick?
Yeah, so we have this right here. Incredible moment, this tweet from a Jesse Hand. This incredible moment as Cuomo displays face-touching slideshow. Quote, I do it for white, young and old, straight, and LGBTQ, powerful people, friends, straight on the street. So let's check this out.
Come do it to me, honey. I'll definitely slap you hard.
Uh-oh. They won't let me on Twitter. I kicked it off of Twitter.
You did the bad thing and told Twitch true.
Yeah, so we're going to have to do it over. We won't say the name. Yeah, I was kicked off of Twitter years ago for hurting the feelings of this famous rapper guy.
Of this racist rapper guy, but
yeah,
he's the color that cannot be fucking talked about. So
yeah, Talib Kweli, fuck your racism. This racism. Your lies to MLK. Because he asked me, what lie did I tell you? You white something or other, and my response is that MLK condoned riots. The guy was telling people condoned riots, and I don't know. I couldn't. He doesn't understand that condone and
yeah, he's not very bright as far.
Or if he really or if he really does believe that, or if he did believe that MLK really.
Which he doesn't.
Right.
He just says he understands what would do that, but you're not supposed to be that stupid.
Yeah, I'm having the link here.
Your fight.
Let me see here. How about
Gandhi knew that. Hell, he fucking starved himself and won. Probably gave Mm.
If it doesn't, we'll just play it in the embedded form instead of the large form. Yeah, okay. I don't think that's gonna work. No. All right. What do I do here? How about I should have done that right. Everyone, we're good. Bear with us, folks. Sorry about the slow internet. Like I said, we live in a cloud, basically.
They're slowly increasing capacity up here, but it takes a while.
Yeah.
Listen, we're so high up that technically if California catches fire anywhere, we get what looks like fire. California. Nowhere.
Yeah, I feel like that's never going to play. So I'm just going to let it try to play, and then it'll start playing right when we don't want it to. Okay. So, somebody else tweeted stuff. It's worth asking. Well, no, it's not. Great live stream, everybody.
Mm.
Works the way it's supposed to. Okay, so anyway, let's go back to this. We're at bargaining and we're at the slideshow. Okay, so bar of a or just as the usual bargaining. Let's say you know you're going to die or something like that, or somebody you love annoying anyway, and that never works.
Your dog
Never works.
It's not going to work karmically. You fucked.
No, but you do things like I'll stop smoking and I'll be really good and everything and blah 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 blah. Slideshow of his doesn't work, so it's pretty clever. This article.
Long panic attack. I was starving to death because I couldn't calm down enough to keep anything down.
Word.
Or to really have an appetite. Almost knocked me down.
Yeah.
All right, it was pretty bad.
Someone says that beavers are contributing to climate change. Someone, and then Roland Arthur. So
it would take a lot of us. I mean, a queef fart, yeah. I mean, but it would take a lot of ladies with their cooters pointed to the sky to truly have an effect there.
You see, Ulick McGee. Ulick McGee. I love that. How hi. Kimberly Starr, hello. Roland Arthur, we said hello. Hi again. And Walter Bishop. Tabby, history is a lie. I doubt Gandhi won by starving himself. I have no idea of the truth, but there's more than we know. Well, that's for certain.
Well, yeah, there's more to it than that, but that was his main premise. It wasn't violence.
Yeah, nonviolent resistance.
It was a nonviolence resistance, which was my point. Is technically he won using the premise of I'm just going to harm myself until you are so uncomfortable and feel so goddamn guilty and look like such a fucking monster that you're gonna back off. What was his premise? I don't know. There, so I don't know.
Yeah. And Roland Arthur says to Walter Bishop, I'm pretty sure Gandhi won by making his own salt and not relying on the government. That and also weaving his own fabric. Why you see those photos of him at the loom.
Yeah.
Or at the
he was basically teaching people that they can get out of the tax by not purchasing the product. Yeah,
this is a man who over to England to get a high education tie and everything and spoke, Oxford English and all that. Who then decided flash walking the walk, man. I mean,
at least I don't know.
I mean, maybe he had hidden stuff or whatever, but the man sure was not chubby.
No.
And he certainly did walk into going on these long walks, collect salt.
Which you can do, and he showed people how to get out of having to use British salt. Like, you didn't have to. Like, you can go down to the goddamn ocean, dip that, let it dry, and just dust it. That's salt.
Ulick McGee. Is it Ulick McGee or Ulick McGee? Well,
either way, it's fine.
You're welcome for the shout. But yeah, I think that like really defeat a lot of our enemies as people who are just trying to live our lives is to rely less and less and less on China.
Yeah.
For example.
All things are won through peace. No, I'm quite the bloodthirsty little bitch myself. But some battles can be won peacefully. That's basically what I was saying.
Yeah, I mean,
some can be greater battle, but a portion of it.
You can certainly get a lot done with the power of money.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to pay to get a lot of things done. You just could.
Yeah.
Try not to get anything
Rich people
from
don't
China.
like it when you don't buy their crap.
Hey, by the way, folks, a couple of weeks ago now, I think it was about a week ago, too, I done a video about this, but I needed to get a sweatband from sweat out of my eyes while I'm working.
Oh, yeah, I got so bad.
And went to go. The only headband we could find at the local Walmart. Horrible. We shouldn't even find headbands. And they had one kind. It was black, and I read it. It said "Made in China." So I'm like, all right, I don't want this. But I also noticed it said, what does it say?
May cause cancer or problems during pregnancy.
Yeah. Problems with infertility, pregnancy problems, and it may give you cancer.
Yeah.
A headband.
Do buy products from Walmart, even if they're really look at that sticker. There's some shit, and they make it in the fine print at the very bottom of the goddamn label.
Yeah.
They'll say it at the very bottom next to that bar. Never looks. They say this product in blah blah. The state of is known in the state of California usually to cause cancer. And it's a product that you can get. There's a flea shampoo that dogs, and I wonder why their dogs there. It says, I wish I could remember which one it is. I don't purchase it anymore, and I know what the label looks like, but I can't think of the name. But anyways, it says that it may cause cancer. And people are rubbing it on their dogs. They're not wearing gloves. Wash their dogs in it.
Yeah.
That's rich people for you, yeah? And I'm not talking like simple middle class. I'm talking uber rich, like Zucker whore. That's the shit that they fucking invest in. Crap like that. But
by the way, before I forget, I haven't even mentioned this. I should mention this a lot. All my new videos, with the exception of this weird live stream I felt, all of them are on on joshwhotv.com only, exclusively for the first week or so. And then after that, I put it on BitChute, Brighteon, and Odyssey. But I don't put it on YouTube. I mean,
fascist, dick-sucking ass bandits.
Anyway, let's go on with the article there. So Cuomo put together a slideshow, and it showed him with many hugs and kisses and stuff like that. Hold on one second. Okay, hold on. So Cuomo's aides put together a slideshow of all the many hugs and kisses he has long dispensed near and far. Stuffy women weren't receptive to
that.
He's gemütlichkeit. It says right there, it's not his fault if a bunch of stuffy women weren't receptive. And didn't they ever see one t-shirts they sell at Coney Island? And they got them there. I tell you what, hey, now we move away from the USA Today article, but now we're in the New York Post article. Depression, the stage of depression. There seems where the love gov currently is, hiding dwindling retinue, bunker style, fingering his executive seal cufflinks, wondering where to
fish your cufflinks out of your butthole. Go there, dude. If you don't keep them there, you won't have to polish them while looking all sad and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're moving on to the state.
The pervert. That's nice. That's nice.
He accepts his resignation. Resignation is inevitable. Coming to terms and recognizing his own partner with Cuomo's life. See, not the murder stuff. Just being, resigning as a politician.
Is he gay? Well, did they fucking wife unless he's doing a dude?
Well, I don't know.
I think they're saying his wife, but they don't have the balls to say wife, or they're just
they're
wanting to be PC about it. It's nice, well done. Yeah. His partner. Commitment to his partner. I feel bad for his partner because now, unfortunately, she's gonna get groped all day. She didn't want him touching her anyways.
All right, so
now he's home all day and she can't. Damn it! We've all ruined this woman's life.
Hey, you're gonna make the audience go over to Brazzers. Now you got them thinking.
Yeah.
Porn.
They'll probably get desperate enough. They might be on there after a while.
Well, anyway, it will require him to undergo ego death on a scale unseen in the spiritual history of humanity. Still, don't count him out. It may take a while following his departure. Andrew Cuomo emerged from a PR chrysalis soon enough, probably with a new book for sale. You can't keep a good man down. This New York Post article.
Yeah. Tell me these corrupt fucking Democrats selling books, all right?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, no one cares what they have to say, but they tend to anyways, which is really suspicious because we always see those books 50 cents.
Yeah.
You know? It's real fucking suspicious. It seems more like it's a Hunter Biden painting scheme, but in book form. Like, they write this bullshit book, or they have somebody write this bullshit book that no cronies who want to fucking, lace them with bribes and shit, buy like a couple distribution center, which, then they just put in all the bargain bins from there.
Yeah.
That would make total sense because you can't be a #1 bestseller and in the fucking shit bin at the same time.
Yeah.
I see.
All right. We are not looking at the Obama residence on Martha's Vineyard, but it's somewhere about. Oh, is that it?
Yeah, funny. Aren't they saying that the ice caps are melting and the ocean levels are gonna rise? Fear, all that. That's awful close to the ocean waterline.
Oh yeah.
I mean, literally, all it would take is like a good 8 chunks from the nearest glacier to fall. And I'm using their projections, by the way. So that right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, they were trying to drive people out so they could purchase large. Like, we'll just tear down a bunch of houses, and now we have like 20 acres around it.
His is the property in question is right on the water. So when I'm looking at this picture right here, which is from a Daily Mail article, I'm thinking, I'm not sure why they have 2 points. It is being marked right here.
Yeah, well, maybe he's got 2 homes in here.
Well, perhaps, but no. I mean, they're referring to the party that we're going to get. It's us right about here, and but that does not look like the house that we're seeing in those photos. So I don't know, but that's beside the point.
Wait, you mean the Obama birthday thing?
Yeah,
that was in a tent. That wasn't held in the house. That
was
held down from the house, so that marker toward the beach is probably where the tent.
It's not what you might think when you hear something like that. It's like almost right up against the house, and you'll see photos of people.
How it was, I'll believe you. I mean,
and plus people had
attach those to the house or near it.
But here we go. This was published a couple of hours ago. I call this "Rules for Thee, but Not for We." The Anointed. And I put this as a video and show all the photos rather than this article as I read it aloud. But I think we'll try to do this. All right. Dr. Okay, you know what, folks? I'll tell you what. I'm going to read this here, and it's great. I really appreciate that you're here, and I'm going to give you something entertaining rather than just, whatever. But just know that I that actually shows the video clips I'm going to read briefly, shows the photos and the videos of this party and stuff like that. There's actually no video of the party because they had a sort of like a zone all media once the party started, but no drone video or anything like that. But anyway, here we go. On Meet the Press. Oh, and now you know what? I should put a link to this thing that I just wrote. This is for my blog, Just in Trouble, on something called Substack. It's not WordPress. And it would be great if you folks subscribe to that. You'll get all my writings right away. A lot of my videos are writings first, and then maybe days or weeks later they become videos. Kimberly Starr, yeah, the 5 stages of grief. Yeah, well, it's a joke. It is. They are kidding you. Yes. And did you hear that Corin Forever was kicked off YouTube? Do you know who Corin Forever is?
Nope.
I'm not sure. Is that a famous YouTuber?
I have no idea.
Her new channel is Corin Today. All right. If it gets flooded, yeah. Well, I mean, they don't take it seriously.
Yeah, they know it's fucking bullshit. It's just a money laundering scheme.
As at Kimberly Starr, we should all get together and send him a grief gift basket. We could put some apples, oranges, and a few hard candies.
Yeah, because let's face it. Let's put it this way: the ice caps are going to melt and flood everything, and there would be a different coastline. Was when I was in elementary school. Okay, and they said I was 30. I'm getting close to 40 now. Okay, they said by the time I was 30, the ice caps would have melted and the coastline would change. That was the first time I heard that scare. Now that I'm in my 30s, they're still saying that in happened.
And they started that before,
happened.
Even before that.
Exactly. That's all. It's the same fucking generation, because guess what? When you're new to this planet, you're stupid.
Yep.
And you're easily manipulated.
Hey, so check this out. We have the video. They finally loaded up. I don't know if we're going to hear it on our end. We hear it on your end. Here we go.
I'm so sad. Poor me. Other perverts. I'm sure he does try to do it with everybody, but most of us just don't want you rubbing your jinglers against us, all right? You're acting like before somebody kicks you into a wall.
I don't think we're going to go through all this, but I'm curious as to what this is. This is about 15 or 14 and a half minutes long. And it might not. I'll go back.
Skin kind of looks like a vagina.
Oh, God.
Just saying.
Right here.
I mean, look, it's even buffering around the vagina section. It's great. It's like, everybody, look at my neck. It makes sense. Okay, I'm not going to go into detail, but it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. Don't think about it.
All right, so we'll see if that video ever wants to play. We'll go back to that. In the meantime, folks, here is my Substack. There's a link to the article we're about to read. But on any of these pages, you can click on it and subscribe. Yeah, I did finish this. Extremism and the Unread Library Effect. And that is basically about our tendency to think we know something when if we really thought about it, we don't actually know. We just count on somebody else knowing it, or a book on our shelf literally or figuratively that there access to for information that we don't actually. You ask somebody, why do you think Trump is racist? They'll start laughing and scoffing at you because they think, well, you have access to the library too. It's on your shelf. Why don't you? It's because I tried. I don't actually find anything. I never can. And they start pulling books off the shelf. They realize it's not in those books, that they were told that it's in those books, you know? So that's like today. And here's a bunch of other ones that I wrote. Hope so. And by the way, always remember that this page right here is, I put a link to this in every video. Yeah, this one. No. Hold on. Yeah, this one here. In every video that I put a link to this right here in the description, because this is how you can donate to us. I hate saying that, but if you wanted to, you can donate to us. Hold on, and then you can also subscribe to my articles, and you can click on joshutv.com channel and subscribe. And or Brighteon and or Rumble, BitChute, and you click on. And remember that every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Tabby and I, we live stream on Seeking the Truth is the name of the channel on joshutv.com. And Josh Hu is Censorship Sucks. He's the co-host. We're sort of guests or something like that. And also Guy Fawkes News. They all have their own channels, by the way, on Josh Hu. And other guests. I'm going to try to get Jen Latinas for Trump on the show in this next Thursday one, but I have that you would do it, so I don't know. But Tabby, what we got here?
Candace Owens is saying the CDC actually put together a document high-risk people into camps to shield low-risk people from them. CDC is, and I read about this somewhere else, can't remember. The CDC is discussing internment camps for unvaccinated. Yeah, come get me, bitch.
Yeah, right.
Come get me. You gonna lock? I have nothing to lose because I know you're gonna fucking take all of my shit or give it to some fucking illegal. So you can suck my cock right fucking now on my. I will not take it in the ass so that you can die trying to gouge the eyes from your fucking skull so that I can feed it to my dog, you little bitch.
Woo!
Oh, we're gonna lock people up because they won't let us kill them with our experiment. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck your mother. Let's put it that way. Each one of you agents or fucking needle jabbers got family. Each one of you got cars. Each one of you have to go to hospitals. Each motherfucking one of you at any second of the day. To McDonald's, Burger King, IHOP, or any of the others. People cook your food, bitch.
Like
do you forget? Yeah. Oh, well, or I'll order a cater. All normal people supplying it, cunt. Want to dance? Let's dance.
We're on Odyssey. Justin Trouble is on Odyssey. Tabby doesn't have her own Odyssey right now. She only has a Rumble channel, but that's because she makes videos when she is inspired to make her kind of video. And well, very different than mine, I would say. But the link that I just put in the chat will take you to. Let me show you again. Ooh, bomb. This page. My channel on multiple platforms. If you want to see my new video on joshutv.com, it's Justin Trouble, the channel, on joshutv.com, which is like YouTube, except without the suckery. To put my new videos only there for a week. And then after a week, you can see it on Odyssey, Brighteon, Rumble, and BitChute. But to Tabby's own channel. So Tabby, free on her channel, it's pretty much like her artistic stuff. Sometimes I might do voices, but it's mainly her. And their cartoons and stuff. And again, every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. Pacific time. But anyway, presents, not to the anointed. And I'm going to make this into a video with, more orderly fashion and with photos and videos the whole time rather than showing what I'm showing on the screen now. But since we're here live, let's freaking do this. So, is, quote, very concerned that we are going to see another surge related to, unquote, Sturgis, the largest motorcycle rally, which was being held, or it's still going, to the 15th of August, from the 6th to the 15th of August. Fauci has not mentioned the Lollapalooza festivals on, say, the 29th and the 30th of July and the 1st of August. The thick crowd, who knows? And it seems that Fauci has also not mentioned Obama's party.
Of course not.
But we should trust Dr. Fauci. I mean, he's smart enough to make it, and that he doesn't contradict himself all over the place on TV, right? I mean, what could go wrong? Trust the guy. CNN reported that Obama scaled back the event. Well, as July turned to August on the weekend before he turned 60, Obama was seen in the quaint town of Martha's Vineyard, where the Obamas have a residence, playing a little quiet golf and throwing a huge, expensive party with hundreds of staff and guests, including a lot of famous people. Despite their urge social distance and lock down everything they deemed to be essential, regardless of vaccination, photos suggest and show that they didn't social distance. These are unessential. Okay? Check this out, Tabby. You see this? Mm-hmm. That is their house. That is a balcony. Mm-hmm. Okay? I'm not saying they weren't intense, because you'll see huge, just intense. Yeah. Okay? The Daily Mail reported that, quote, only one attendee was seen wearing a mask as they arrived at the resort, unquote. And you can see here a clearer photo, but this one shows Obama. All right. But wait a minute. What counts? I'll go back to that part of the article in a minute here, right? But check this out. All right.
I just noticed the tents before.
Very close, but you can see there is a distance here, but they're going to fill that distance. Okay, when this photo was taken, there's still another. There's still another tent being erected. See, look, they're putting a feature of their castle-like mansion. But here, see, there's the tent or the tents, and they're putting down another one. Look, there's the house.
Yeah, there's turrets on that house because that
King
your
Hussein.
people was not Kangs. No, you're a piece of shit with the dark tan. That's about it.
Moved.
Oh, just a note. I keep hearing so many people go, we'll just pray and let God sort it out. We'll just pray and let God do it. Up and fight and have to do something violent that you'll get in trouble with your God. Well, got denied the promised land, didn't get to go in, but got to see it, but then walked into fucking heaven. So, fucking rewarded for breaking a commandment, murdering a rapist. You know, like sometimes you have to break the fucking rules in order to get the real reward because you're going to save.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm so sick of that. Well, we'll just pray. Yeah, keep that up because, you know, that's helped a lot of people in other countries when they were slaughtered because they just sat there and prayed. They didn't defend themselves. You defend yourself, God damn it!
Duh is telling us about Corinne because we asked, like, who is her? She's quirky, but she had hundreds of hours of live streams at protest riots, etc. It's just disturbing when streamers' entire actual footage collection is bad. You know, there are ways to back up stuff. If you get an Odyssey channel, it, and I think you can also do this with others. I don't think, well, maybe you can do it with BitChute now, but certainly with some of these, Odyssey is one of them. You definitely go to Josh Hu. I don't know if he has this yet, but if you're concerned about backing up, certainly some of these platforms will do that. It'll take a while, but you click on this thing and it'll say, like, you know, do you want to back up all your old YouTube videos over here? Back to Blue Collar Hero says, no, see, Tim McVeigh killed innocent people. So,
yeah, I'm not saying just murder.
I'm never, ever, ever going to condone anything like that. And in fact, people like that are my...
While going after the guilty. There's a difference. In the innocent, you have to find a way to get to, or with the least amount of damage to the innocent as possible.
Yeah, I mean, the only time that it's excusable...
The least amount is possible.
Well, I mean, the only time that's excusable for an innocent hurt by you by accident, in defense.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're accidentally hurting people while you're on the offense, stop your offense immediately. What Timothy McVeigh's, all his beliefs were. Yeah. Let's just say I did hypothetically what his beliefs were and stuff like that. I certainly did not agree with what he did. And you know what? I don't care if I agree with a person %. If they are intentionally going to hurt innocent people, they're my enemy, and that's it. You know, like I
and there's a level of being attacked and defending yourself with extreme prejudice. Hurt who's innocent. That is very different than because you're mad.
Yeah.
There's
Joni Rotten says, I think she's referring to the tents, maybe. They plan on leaving that for the Martha's Vineyard FEMA camp refugees.
No.
It had an open bar and a DJ. Yeah, and I think I heard whispers of something like Pearl Jam, but I think they cut back on that. I also heard Stephen Colbert says that, no, I didn't. I was disinvited and I didn't go. Well, I got some photos arriving. Are you going to tell me that they didn't tell Stephen Colbert arrive or something?
Dancing behind Obama as Obama gets a picture with those chicks.
Oh, okay.
You know, that picture in the tent where like he's in that group shot and he's like, well, right behind him there is supposedly Colbert dancing. Interesting.
Well, if you see that again, send it to me. So where were we? I had to edit that really quick because I had the same line twice. I decided to move from one place to the other where I said, should we try? But we should. Yeah. Anyway. Like the urgency, yes, I already did that. Okay, so that's supposedly Obama there. And there you can see guests. Now we are over here on August 2nd, 2020. Imagine those years amid Delta outbreaks. And then I put an archive there in case they ever delete that article or whatever. And this is a map from the article, and this is supposed like a no-go for drone zone or something like that. Let's see. Photo published by the Daily Mail. I'm sorry, Daily Mail. Security was also heightened Wednesday, as the DailyMail.com learned. I think they're referring to this red zone here, but also everything in the article. I continue in my article here. Wouldn't it be fair to not also include the following report from the New York Post on August 4th? Reportedly scales back 60th. And there's an archive to that as well. I continue, though the party was held, it was huge. Okay, I mean, though the party was, almost no one was wearing masks in the photo. The photos and many reports, many celebrities and politicians or former politicians are among the invited. There's Erykah Badu, Stephen Colbert with, I guess, his wife. Then we have this piece of shit. What's her name? Chrissy Teigen.
Poor.
John Legend. In a lot of photos tending to all the luggage. We have here we have Hunter Biden's ex-wife Kathleen and her daughter Maisie.
Disgusting whore.
But no Hunter and no Biden himself.
Yeah.
From the Real Housewives of something something.
Well, you do know the Biden family females as prostitutes, right? That's probably why the females were there, but not the males. Probably payment.
Well,
or a gift to the Obamas.
Yeah.
For the night. Real classic.
We have John Kerry. He is actually wearing a mask there, and so is
he's probably just trying to hide his face so no one can get a good picture of him.
Yeah, it could be. And here's what's his name? The guy who started his career with Reverend Al Sharpton, who's wearing a face mask.
Whoever's ass
that looks like a hotel or some kind of fancy stay place.
Whoever's ass that. Damn.
Well, that is Reverend Al Sharpton and his entourage. Is what they.
So I'm gonna need to lay off the biscuits.
We got Steven Spielberg here. Steven Spielberg coming off his private jet.
So we know who are all the pedophiles, whores, and communists, shit stains, wannabe fucking kings and queens. Yeah. Oh, and these two massive fucking cunts. No, I mean in the picture, isn't that Jay-Z and Beyonce?
No, that's Don Cheadle.
Oh, I can't tell.
Don Cheadle from Hotel Rwanda and from Boogie Nights.
Oh, you fucking loser! How could you? Fuck you!
No, he's a friend of the Obamas. Man.
A friend of the fucking asshole Obamas. You. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're gonna be in the Hotel Rwanda and be a fucking piece of shit. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You're a piece of shit.
Great movie, but fuck that guy.
The dude's a piece of shit. Fuck.
Anyway, so let's get back to this. I continue here. Even if all involved are full. Well, and by the way, the Daily Mail, that link right there, they have I think 60 some odd photos. I did not put anywhere near as. Or you can wait for my video to come out. I continue. Most didn't wear masks. While some of the party was held outside. All right, some of the party was held outside. I mean, tents are indoors. And roof over and everything like that. Indoors. All right, and if you have the sides are wide open, okay, well you still have you still have the roof, you still have corners, so it's not exactly outside. Anyway, while some of the party was held outside, photos show numerous large tents erected for the party at his estate in Martha's Vineyard. While some of the guests were likely vaccinated, Massachusetts officials are now urging people who have been immunized to cut back their face coverings. To put back on their face coverings in indoor public spaces amid a surge in new COVID cases. Unquote. Well, what do you think, dear reader? Did they all wear masks in those tents? What do you think?
No.
Post reports, quote, Obama's former second in command, President Joe Biden, they mean Resident Joe Biden, usurper, will reportedly be unable to attend his big 6-0 soiree. However, Oprah Winfrey, George Clooney, and Steven Spielberg are reportedly among the invited guests. Unquote. Now,
did they all bring little presents and tiny shoes?
Yeah, well? I want to know. I want to know: is George Clooney and Obama going to go out for another one? Mysterious little Asian girls that are being kept. That was really weird, man.
Well, it's actually okay. There's a video and a procession of photos that go with it.
Yeah.
While it is weird, this Asian girl looking like she's coming up from air while George Clooney adjusts his pants, he was not putting his zipper up or rebuckling his belt. The next 3 shots in the... It also shows that little Asian girl had been standing up, sat down, and then dipped down below the bottom and then came up on her own. So it's why they are both masked that day in that set of photos. No, they were not perving that child. Somebody just very cleverly took the correct snippet. By the way, it's a true narrative. They are. Sometimes people lie to inform people of the truth, and that's wrong. And
that is wrong.
That image is, in fact, an instance of that wrong. Yeah. But in that image, no, that is just taken out of context. Luckily for the child, thank God.
Yeah.
Those shots, that kid was actually safe.
Yeah. So I continue. A photo from the Daily Mail's report on the event showed Don Cheadle arriving party, but it should be to the party. Daily Mail reported Beyonce, Jay-Z, Gayle King, and Tom Hanks were also invited, and that Chrissy Teigen, John Legend, John Kerry, Dwayne Wade, and his wife, when asked to comment about the party on the following Monday, that would be August 2nd, the White House press secretary, it's a great video, Well, what do you think? What do you think she did? You think she answered with a fair, objective, sincere, and honest answer, or do you think she was a hypocrite as usual? Yeah. No, she. Well, version of this, I'll include that, but it's a little boring and predictable and robot-like. But anyway, according to the New York Post, see, I need an editor. Quote, asked example how serious COVID-19 is by hosting a big birthday party with hundreds of people, unquote. Psaki said that the venue is within having only moderate coronavirus transmission of the more contagious Delta variant of COVID-19 in nearby Cape Cod, unquote. Well, this ignores the fact that we're talking about hundreds of people traveling from afar into that county. All right. Now look at this photo right here, Tabby. That's how close they are to the ocean.
Yeah, it literally looks like they're afraid of glaciers dropping into the ocean, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They're totally terrified from there.
You could see this. This is a sort of a sandbar island. You see that sometimes.
Yeah.
And so that right there.
Probably during the hotter part.
Is this right here? You see, it's probably this right here. Although it could be this right here, actually. This house is somewhere like here
it's one of those. I think it's the one closer down.
No, because it doesn't have that. It's this one here. Either one. It doesn't have the features that you see.
The picture of the tent in the house.
Yeah.
Together.
Hold on. Oops. Wrong one.
Okay.
Hold on. We'll go to. Well, you want to see it from this photo here.
Okay, so it's a horseshoe house with horns. Okay, go back to the houses you were looking at.
And don't forget the turret, the round thing here.
Back out. Go to the next.
It's not this one.
Scroll in.
No, not that one. Not that.
That looks closer.
It does.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's
the
horseshoe house with two horns. See, it's a horseshoe. It's a half a crescent there.
Yeah.
And then the horns are. So that's it. And see, it's even got the blank yard next to the one end of the house. That thing. Yep.
Yeah, and there's that wooden path. It's a board that goes down to the ocean right here.
So I knew they were close to the
there are tents set up, and this gives you this sort of a sense of the scale. Here. Okay, keep in mind this view right here. We'll see in the Daily Mail article when we finally get to it. Let's see here.
How does enough wealth to own their own? Explain that to me.
Money.
Oh no, it's called fraud and embezzlement.
Look. Check this out.
Murder and scheming.
And so there you can see the scale of the tent. You can see how close this house is to the water.
Water at any time. Like there's no seawall there.
Nothing. Yeah, there's no seawall. There's no.
Because that would take away from the aesthetic pleasure of being able to just walk straight into the water. Yep. No one wants to do stairs. Which is what a seawall actually makes you do.
Yeah.
To get to the beach, you gotta go downstairs.
All right, so check that out. That is huge. That's set up for a huge party there. I mean, those tents dwarf the house.
What an opportunity we all miss.
Now you can see some of the people there. Now that may be before the party. It looks like the prepping is done. No, they're still prepping. Okay, so you see the floor being laid between the tent and the house. That may be an outdoor dance floor. I'm not sure, but you can see those right here.
I'll tell you
They're
this.
constructing it, and oh, what's this? Is this guy famous?
I don't know. He is. I don't give a shit. He's happy to see Obama. What a little cunt, cocksucker. He's not a president. Pedophile. It's okay, we found it.
All right.
No, fire trucks are when they burn the bodies.
This is kind of boring, so I'm going to skip it on this video. So anyway, back to my article. I'm probably almost done reading it. All right, so yeah, you can see the property there. Feature, but it should be instead. You know. Anyway, the New York Post adds that the reporter, the one that was asking Jen Psaki questions, followed up with, quote, "You've had people saying over the last couple of days vaccinated people could still spread the Delta variant around, so there is concern that an Obama birthday party might become a super spreader event." Okay, so is there, he asked her, concern that an Obama birthday party might become a super spreader event, unquote. Psaki replies with the news about what steps people can take when they're in public settings. Indoor settings specifically was the new guidance, Psaki said. So they're trying to spin this thing of like, you know, like they're outside. And first of all, are they sending all these dignitaries and celebrities to like little outhouses, little probably going inside to use the bathrooms? Mm-hmm. Second of all,
yeah, it's all in a tent so that they can do all of their pedo crap, and it's harder to take pictures of.
Anyway,
yeah, that's why some of the people who wanted to say that they weren't there got their pictures taken, and then people put it on Instagram, like from the party, and then they immediately were told to remove them. But other people got screenshots before that happened, so that's where we get a lot of these photos from the inside of the party. Yeah.
So Jen Psaki was trying to spin that stuff, and it's just now. Okay, first of all, anyway, the people who are watching this at home and they see, well, party with several hundred people, should they think that is okay for them to have a party with several hundred people? Unquote. Yeah. And again, when I make this video into a video, last week urged localities to readopt indoor mask mandates in areas with quote unquote substantial or quote unquote high rates of COVID. Quote, and quote, use bathrooms and whether masks will be required indoors when they do, unquote. And Representative Andy Biggs tweeted a post-millennial article, soiree, and he added, "Just imagine if this party was for Trump." Oh, the hypocrisy. Rules for thee or for me and not for thee. Well, there you go. Wasn't so smooth, but you know, do a video anyway, because for every video that I do make, there's 3 or 4 that fall by the wayside before I ever finish them, because I, you know, move things aside and go with the more pressing matters and stuff. So these guys have been all talking to each other the whole time, which is great. Daniel, I hate Daniel. Daniel J. Corsica said, Corca, my response to Cuomo resigning, nah, 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 nah. Hey, hey, hey. Is really, it's a distraction. I mean, yeah, that's a big besmirch. That really does hurt him, but he deserves to be hurt for the real
murder. No, we're not getting that.
And that's not what I mean to say real. I meant the more substantial. I mean, I'm sorry, murder is worse than rape. And I don't think anybody's saying that he violently raped, grabbed him and whatnot or whatever. But serious, and that shit is wrong, and he must get punished for doing anything wrong. And but let's say, resigning is not punishment. It's resigning is a ploy. It does hurt him. That's true, but he's taking a smaller hit to avoid the bigger hit. But anyway, folks, we've been live half now, and I do have work to do. I have things to take care of before it gets dark outside, and it's getting really hot in this room.
Thank you.
But yeah, Tabby's been. Folks want to talk about or say or ask Tabby or myself or anything like that before we go. And in the meantime, I want to say, hey, thanks for being with us. And all of you folks that were here throughout the live stream. Leave not because they want to, but because they have to. But those people are the gross ones. I'm reading your comments. Oh, friend of the band, no doubt, says, I think, no, relative of Jethro Tull, the inventor of the seed drill, right? Michael Tull says, I think people will need whoever is taking Cuomo's place. Didn't even think of that. But what happens? I mean, you don't have a vice governor. So what happens now? I mean, shoot. I don't know. That's yeah, I guess we should be pretty concerned about that too. I mean, are they going to do a pardon thing? Like what they did with Nixon as soon as immediately. Anyway, let's see who I'm reading over the comments. The plan. Okay, yeah, I already read that. Really, Pearl Jam was supposed to play. Yeah, it's messed up. And by the way, guys, speaking of bands, isn't story that was like about a week ago now? That douchebag from Nirvana, his band.
Kurt Cobain.
No, not the dead guy. Maybe Kurt was. I'm not saying Kurt was a douchebag, but the guitar drummer of Nirvana that is now a guitarist in that band. But you guys know, we all know the band, right? So his band, apparently they were going to play a show, and they were like, "You have to prove that you've been vaccinated to see our show." Cancel the show because people in their circles, like a roadie or something like that, came down with, or at least they claimed, test positive for COVID. Vaccinated, everybody. We're all vaccinated, but there's within our personal circle of the band and manager and broker and all that kind of stuff. So they had to cancel the show. And then, through that at least out of the few hundred people researched on, I guess, in Massachusetts, 75% of the new COVID cases were coming from the vaccine. People who have been up to date. So if we're talking they were up to date, man. And most of the cases were among the vaccinated. What the fuck? Yeah. And it doesn't seem like you guys will have any pressing questions because you would have asked it. But again, I want to remind you, and I'm going to take a link here. The link that I'm about to put in the chat goes to my blog, and it will, where am I? This link that I'm going to put in the chat will go to my blog, and it will go. And when you get there, you can subscribe to Tabby's Rumble channel and to my channel at joshuatv.com, which is the only place where you can get my new videos for about a week or so. And then after that, you can get them on other platforms. But you could subscribe to me on those other platforms. It's always good to have a lot of baskets, especially in this day and age where you don't want to put your eggs in one baskets as possible, because this is a day and age where they go, or removing certain eggs from those baskets. So what are you going to do? But Tabby, you have something you want to say?
Oh, yeah.
Tabby forgot. All right. Well, folks, thank you very much. Tabby, remember, go ahead.
I remember. I'm saying Cuomo's a private citizen again. So egging him with rotten eggs is totally A-okay. And doing other horrible things to his yard are okay. Like he's that fucked up neighbor everybody hates. Go have fun, everybody. New York kids, I know you are famous for some of the pranks you pull. Have fun. Have fun. He's a private citizen. Have motherfucking fun. Go on, baby. Should have had fun when he was a fucking politician, too. But now, it's even easier. Have fun. Go on. Take pictures.
Yeah. All right, folks. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for being with us. I don't know